Honestly, we came with the bravest of minds and the cleanest of intention.
Federal government partners research production institutions as IITA spearheads improving access to climate-resilient seeds and agriculture technologies. And on internal security, Nigerian police raids criminal hideouts in Taraba, recovers arms, ammunition, rescues kidnapped victims in Oyo.
Carefully as an Air Force and adopt quickly through innovation.
Nigerian Air Force enhances operational capabilities, adopts innovation in neutralizing terrorist targets. It's the news desk at 3 and we're live in Abuja. I am Comfort Amodu. Good to have you join us on the news. Our federal government's commitment to agricultural revolution can be facilitated by partnership, research and production institutions like the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture, as well as volunteer partners. State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila reports that Vice President Kashim Shettima stated this when he embarked on an assessment tour of the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture in Ibadan. He expressed total confidence in the capacity, expertise and ability of the institution to harness the nation's agricultural potential.
In the agriculture industry in the country, we ought to be not where we are. We ought to be punching higher. Honestly, we came with the bravest of minds and the cleanest of intention for a real partnership with IITA. I want to thank you. I want to thank IITA on behalf of President Bola Tinubu for his unwavering support, his commitment to excellence, and its role in shaping Nigeria's agricultural future. Not even Nigeria's, but Africa's agricultural future.
Our efforts ensure that Nigerian farmers gain access to improved climate-resilient crop varieties, boosting yields, enhancing food security, and improving the livelihoods of both smallholder and commercial farmers.
The Institute is spearheading multiple initiatives that have improved access to climate-resilient seeds and agricultural technologies. IITA has also played a crucial role in crisis response, partnering with the Presidential Food System Coordinating Unit to address the recent ginger blight epidemic across the northern Kaduna state. President Bola Tinubu has reaffirmed his commitment to strategically reposition Nigeria, building on current successes and projecting a forward-looking agenda for the country. The president made the commitment while addressing the National Caucus meeting of the Governing All Progressives Congress in Abuja.
That we will continue on that progressive path for development, prosperity, and sustenance of a great nation. While the rest of the world, the economy is unraveling here and there, both in Europe and America, we are seeing growth. We are seeing gradual return to prosperity. It is heart-filling. For us, I better now thank the National Assembly for expeditiously taking account of the budget. The estimate has been returned, and think the Minister of Economic Planning is here. Another promise I must commit myself to is to work with the national chairman today and to the future, so that we find a relevant meaning. This cramming place is getting too small for us. And we need, I agree with you, we need space allocation. But you know Abuja better than myself. And you can work with Wiki and let me know where you need my attention. The National Working Committee is doing a very good job, and I'm just happy with them.
The Nigerian Police Force has achieved significant breakthroughs in its fight against crime, leading to the recovery of arms, the arrest of suspects, and the rescue of kidnapped victims in Taraba State. Operatives raided a criminal hideout at Wamunchi Dry Season Rice Farms, recovering an AK-47 rifle, 7 rounds of ammunition, 3 den guns, and a bow and arrow. 20 suspects were arrested and investigations are ongoing. In Oyo State, tactical teams swiftly responded to a kidnapping incident at Agede Village, Munia, in Ibadan. The efforts led to the rescue of 3 abducted individuals from the palace of Baale Tajuddin Inolaji. One of the kidnappers was apprehended, while efforts are underway to track down others that are involved. Meanwhile, the Inspector General of the Police has ordered the immediate deployment of a special tactical team to rescue Afenifere youth leader Prince Inyola or Jajuni, who was kidnapped on his way to Abuja. The police has asked the public to refrain from spreading unverified information that could compromise ongoing operations. Counterinsurgency operations recorded significant progress in the first 3 quarters of year 2024 due to increased synergy between the Nigerian Air Force and ground forces, which led to the neutralization of high-value terrorist targets. The Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, say this momentum must be sustained as jointly planned and executed operations have consistently delivered positive results. Defense correspondent Olajide Bello reports.
The first quarter meeting of the Nigerian Air Force for 2025 began with a reflection on the security landscape of 2024, emphasizing both operational successes and ongoing challenges.
This is a phenomenon we must study carefully as an Air Force and adopt quickly through innovation as we enhance our operational capabilities going forward.
The NAF leadership highlighted the importance of effectively deploying air power to support national security objectives with a call for strategic foresight, commitment and resolve, particularly given the complexities of global and regional security dynamics.
While leveraging advancements in technology and modern warfare to enhance Nigerian Air Force's operational effectiveness, it is equally critical to implement a comprehensive and integrated counter-unmanned aerial system strategy to safeguard our troops and air assets.
As the Nigerian Air Force reviews its capabilities and strategies for 2025, the meeting underscored the need for a more agile, technologically advanced force to meet evolving threats and enhance national security. Olajide Bello, NTA News.
Renewed Hope Initiative pet project of Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu has made remarkable progress in improving maternal and child health, particularly in HIV/AIDS prevention. Guest on Good Morning Nigeria noted that this feat will help in reducing the transmission of HIV from mother to child. Details with Thomas Ogbetere.
The Renewed Hope initiative aimed to improve the lives of vulnerable Nigerians, particularly women, reduce HIV transmission, maternal and child, with the launch of the Free to Shine campaign. The guest emphasized the vital role of stakeholders, including the media, Nollywood filmmakers and Nigerians in diaspora, raising awareness and supporting the fight against HIV/AIDS in the country.
There's actually a 50% reduction in the mother-to-child transmission of HIV as of end of last year. The number of pregnant women that are seeking to be tested have doubled from 2023, from 30% to 65%.
The guests acknowledged that despite progress made, HIV remains a significant challenge in Nigeria. They emphasized that efforts to reduce transmission by 95% by 2030 and raising public awareness and educating communities is critical.
She has reached out to these orphanages, even as far as getting them good accommodation, facilities, and ensuring that these children have gone back to school in some cases.
We want to be, specific, attainable, and measurable with our program. So that is what we want to do. We want to focus on one program and get to the end of that program before we move to the other thing.
The initiative plans to establish environmental and climate change clubs across Nigeria to promote sustainable practices. In Abuja, Thomas Ogbetere, NTA News.
And to end polio, the Rotary International is investing $150 million annually, with about $3 billion already expended to eradicate the virus in some countries since the inception of the program. Michael McGovern, Chairman International Polio Plus Committee, is leading a team on an advocacy and enlightenment on the Foundation's activities to Karu, local government areas in Nasarawa State, with a symbolic polio immunization of children. Ulushe Adiagbo reports.
Polio mainly affects children under age 5, and Nigerian government with partners are deploying resources to end the circulating variants of polio virus type 2 reported in parts of the country and sustaining national priorities agenda of the country's wide polio-free status. Michael McGovern and his team of the International Polio Plus Committee are in Nigeria to complement this cause.
Together we end polio.
These visits to selected primary health care facilities in Karu, local government area of Nasarawa State, and meeting with key players driving the area's health system to strategize around social mobilization activities and getting updates on post-polio transition.
Because there's a meeting of the Global Oversight Board for Polio, and they're meeting with the government to see how the program is going and how we can help. Specifically today, I'm meeting with Rotarians and I'm seeing what goes on out in the community. And it is so refreshing to see these mothers and a few fathers, but mostly mothers, bringing their kids out to get polio drops.
Is that people care, and we are doing the best we can to make sure that we get rid of this. It's a promise that Rotary International and its partners made to the children of the world that will end polio, and it's going to happen.
I encourage every Nigerian community to prioritize immunizing children against polio and other vaccine-preventable diseases.
I want to say thanks to all the team for the special support that they have for Karu local government, and truly with their help, we have less polio victims in Karu.
Getting vaccinated comes with pain. These children have had shots of combined antigens administered on them, but their caregivers are calm knowing the benefits that comes with the jab.
It has helped my baby a lot. He keeps him healthy. Thank you. May God bless you for making it possible for us to be collecting it for free.
We are committed to end the polio out of the country very well. In our commitment is we use disease surveillance officers, where there are people that goes around and find out cases at the community level.
The Rotary International is counting gains of more than 20 million children in countries around the world who have not become disabled due to polio immunization interventions. In Abuja, Olusheye Adiagbo, NTA News.
This is the news desk on NTA News 24. More reports in a moment. The Senate is leaning towards improving access to eye care services for Nigerians to enable early detection and treatment. And to this end, the Senate is proposing the establishment of more federal eye centers in order to meet the needed or required 80% of Nigerians' rural population's need. National Assembly correspondent Lami Anli reports.
Glaucoma, according to experts, is one of the causes of irreversible blindness among Nigerians. The Federal Eye Center Establishment Bill in Ochadama, Kogi State, sponsored by Senator Isa Jibrin, is meant to provide preventive care.
The centrality of the proposed National Eye Center to the overall health of the citizens is underscored by a recent study on visual challenges in Kogi State, which found that 128,000 citizens have severe visual disorders and about 8,500 are blind.
One of my members from Kogi State that became blind at the age of 13, I asked him, what happened to you? He said he had an eye problem when he was 13. They took him to a hospital that is not dedicated to the eye, and they put drug in his eye. 2 days after, the man lost his sight at the age of 13 years up to today. He's 42 now.
Benue State, most of the time we have to go all the way to the eye center in Kaduna for treatment of eye problems and visual problems. And so I think an existing one in North Central here, very close to all parts of Nigeria, is very vital.
This will be very essential for the good people of not just Kogi State, not just the North Central region, not just Enugu State, but the whole of the country, to have this kind of modern eye center located in that place.
Other features at plenary include the first reading of 5 bills, one of which seeks the provision of a legal framework to establish National Artificial Intelligence Commission. Meanwhile, Senate has referred Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan to the Committee on Ethics and Privileges over her recent conduct on 20th February 2025 in plenary.
A section of the public are now narrowing it to Mr. Senate President versus his senator, which is not so, because our guiding rules, which is our testament, any action against it is an action against the Senate.
Any behavior, any act or omission of any senator that stand inconsistent with the provision of the Red Book, our guideline, is void.
We are all united on one thing. Our rules must be respected.
Following a motion from Senator Umar Buba, Senate eulogized the late Senator Lowell Gumau, who served in the 8th and 9th Senate. In another development, Senator Ojuzo Kalu has commended the performance of President Tinubu thus far.
The president is taking time with the economic team to set everything, and you can see now the president is making a wider consultation.
He urged Nigerians to continue to support the policies of the federal government to have the desired impact. From the National Assembly, Lami Ali, NTA News.
Lagos State is on the path to eliminating malaria as cases of the scourge reported in testing facilities continue to drop. This was established when the Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, played host to a team of experts from the World Bank Impact Project. Joy Ken Abakboye reports from Lagos.
The World Bank team on Immunization Plus and Malaria Progress by Accelerating Coverage and Transforming Services project are visiting to inform the Lagos State Governor on the progress of the Impact Project designed to improve access to care, reduce malaria deaths, especially among children, and eliminate the scourge.
And so we have together designed a program to understand exactly what's happening in these pharmacies and PPMVs, to enable supply chains, to oversee them and train them.
Although there's a significant reduction in cases of malaria in Lagos, according to its Ministry of Health, the state's large population and density is keeping the government on its toes as it is set to launch its malaria pre-elimination drive.
We've reached out to our colleagues, the WHO, the Malaria Elimination Program, important partners, donor partners, to see if Lagos is in a position to make that push to lead and to eliminate malaria for the first time, or get to a stage of what's defined as pre-elimination.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu gives assurances of his support to end the scourge.
And if we all agree that malaria is something that has been long around, that we need to be able to deal with it, then we're on the journey to solving it.
The Lagos State Government, the World Bank Impact Team, and other partners are collaborating to ensure increased testing, proper diagnosis, and public enlightenment to bring an end to malaria in Lagos. In Lagos, Joy Ken Abakboye, NTA News.
Super Ar Halal, a non-governmental Islamic charity organization in Abuja, has launched this year's Ramadan lecture series. The organization is dedicated to supporting those in need, especially during Ramadan. Suleiman Abdul Wahab reports that the goal this year is to extend help to even more underprivileged people and provide much needed relief.
A touching moment occurred when 7-year-old Abdulmateen Akitolu recited Surah Mulk to begin their 2025 Ramadan mission, a charity they have supported for over a decade, embodying deep faith and the spirit of giving.
Allah is the greatest and the owner of all universe.
It's a month of blessing to every mankind, even the Christendom, the Muslim, the Christian, and all other religions. They feel the impact of Ramadan.
The founder of the organization, Abdurrahman Abdurrahim, said the organization has supported the less privileged for over 10 years, and during Ramadan, food and other essentials are provided to those in need.
We donate towards this program and project, and inshallah we have been moving forward. We hope we can collaborate.
All the charity being done by a lot of people, at least you'll be able to feed yourself for both the Sahur and also Iftar.
Mujibola Ahmed, National Amir of Super Ar Halal, added that they do this without external funding. Contributions from within ensure the less fortunate are cared for, especially during Ramadan.
We still have a long way to go, because there are a lot of things as Muslims that we're expected to do, especially in the month of Ramadan. Just like the donation they just collected now. Ordinarily, in fact, the 3 million we're supposed to raise, we should have one person that will stand up and give it to us.
Women should try and wake up by 3. You pray, at least observe your tahajjud, and also pray for the family. Then you prepare the light meal for your family. And also before Iftar, we should also try and create time for prayer.
As the 2025 Ramadan approaches, the group has also invited others to join the noble cause to those in need. In Abuja, Suleiman Tabu Abdul Wahab, NT News.
The opportunity to pass vital message to the viewer is lost when either a newscaster or program presenter fails to apply the necessary skills to catch the audience's attention. Joseph Otsen reports that this is the crux of a 3-day training for NTA News 24 on-air personalities to adopt improved ways of presentation amidst a competitive media space.
All participants here are already used to newscasting and presentation. But it is established that in the ever-evolving media world, creative and innovative minds are winning over the viewership.
On NTA News 24, at a stakeholders engagement.
And to be on top of their game, these NTA News on-air persons are undergoing another training on new trends in broadcasting.
If you're on air and something unexpected happens, how do you deal with that? So being able to think right there, you know what to do, how to handle some situation when it happens has been one of the takeaways for me.
I found the color codes more interesting, what colors should complement what you are putting out so that it doesn't distract what the message you are passing through to the public.
Also an evolving industry where trends evolve and change, especially with the social media. So it's really critical that we have this, training to keep up with the times.
TV presenters.
A veteran broadcaster and current managing director of the Imo State Broadcasting Corporation, Ifeonye Bule, is the resource person. She takes the participants on fluent and confident presentation, good pronunciation, viewer engagement, and in-depth knowledge of events, among other skills for improved delivery.
The participants here today are people who do more than one thing. They're newscasters, they're reporters, they're presenters, they're producers. So for us here is to get to learn more and find better ways to get to do our job.
It's better you improve on your errors. They said a reporter is good as his last report, just the way a newscaster, you are good as the last time that they saw you on air. If you are very good always, it's the last one that you did on air that everybody is going to remember that she did this. They will remember that, she has been doing very well. And please take your time listening to this training very well. Every training, you go away with something.
The one of the program dwells on commanding the screen and crafting confidence in news presentation. In Abuja, Joseph Otsen, NTA News.
That's the news. Thanks for watching. I'm Comfort Amojo. Good evening.